and I moved to the UK about 2 years ago from Germany. And when I told my friends that I was moving here, a lot of them were very afraid for me. I'm new here. I'm not trying to comment on your country or your culture too much. I'm just saying that when Germany starts looking at you with fear, you fucked up a little bit, right? Like, it's a fair assessment. You know, they say things like, why are you moving there now? Their economy isn't great after Corona. Brexit's happening. And I was like, yeah, exactly. You have to strike when they're weak. I learned that from them, from you, from the best, the world champions of exploitation. I love it. I watch the news sometimes here, and I hear people say things like immigrants are just here for our resources. Immigrants just want our resources. And I hear this, and it genuinely upsets me so much that so many people know my plan. Listen, why else would I be here? I was born on a tropical island, all right? I grew up in actual paradise. You think I left all of that to come to this mayonnaise-loving, potato-growing piece of dirt for your vibrant culture and delicious food? Get over yourselves. This is an extended business trip, all right? Relax. I talk a lot of shit, but honestly speaking, though, out of all of Sri Lanka's previous owners, you're not special. We've had a few. The UK is my favorite, by far. We had the Dutch before you. We had the Portuguese first. Listen, fuck Portugal. I will never forgive these people. How are you going to practically invent the slave trade and mess with the multiple continents for hundreds of years, and in 2022 still be kind of poor? Please explain to me how you fucked this up. This is mad. You nearly conquered half the world, and now you're a budget alternative to Spain. Get out. This is I'm not even mad. I'm embarrassed for you at this point. This is silly. It's not okay. You can't do so much to the world for so long, and all you have to show after all of this time is custard tarts? Leave. I feel like I've lived in the developed world for a bit too long, though I know for a fact that I have, because I've caught anxiety from you people. This is your malaria, apparently. It's a weird one. I feel like I've always felt like this, but I'm only noticing it now, because before anxiety was an appropriate reaction to my surroundings. And so, yeah, it doesn't really show up day to day too much. It causes weird, random problems in my life. Like, I take a long time to come because of it. I'm gonna say that again. Just listen. It's a weird problem to have. What happens is usually when guys try to last longer in bed, they'll think terrible thoughts, and that'll help them last longer. And my brain just does that shit on autopilot. That's what happens. It's very annoying because I'll try to complain to my friends about it, especially my guy friends, and they'll always say some dumb shit like, "Oh, that's great, man. That means you can last all night." Listen, you don't want to last all night, all right? What kind of Ethiopian marathon runner sex are you having that you're lasting all night, all right? It's nothing but painful. You have a sore hip, she has a sore labia. It's just uncomfortable for everyone involved. Fucking all night is a conspiracy propagated by the R&B industry. To make us listen to that terrible music past the early 2000s. What, you're going to take advice on your love life from Chris Brown, really? I know he's got a lot of his, but he's also got a lot of his. I'm not proud of that one. I'm sorry. I am a little bit, though. I tried to find a therapist. That's what you're supposed to do when you're feeling like this. Look, this stuff is expensive. I looked on the NHS. They had a long wait list, and even when they gave me a time, it conflicted with my day job. So I looked for private options, and it was like 50 to 200 every session. You go every week, there's 200 to 800 every month. I have a decent job now. This is still a lot of money. I feel like a lot of the people touting the benefits of therapy are getting a little help from the universe to pay for this shit. They say you can't put a price on your mental health. Yes, you can. This is the price. This is enough for me to not live with roommates anymore. I'm sure speaking to a professional will help me with my problems, but all I really want to do is take a shit with the door open. I want to wake up in the morning and cook eggs in the nude and walk around with a buttery dick the rest of the day, like only a free man can. Well, I'm supposed to give someone rent money so they can tell me that it was all my parents' fault? Hey, I know, all right? I put thousands of miles in between me and them. That was not an accident. A part of me feels like I should, though, make some time and budget aside for it. Only because I've caught the feeling that my dad's developing emotionally more quickly than I am, and I refuse to let this man win. Like sometimes he'll send me messages on my birthday, or sometimes even randomly. It's disgusting. And saying nice things too. I'll read them and like be saying things like, I love you, and I want you to know how proud I am of you and everything you've achieved. And I'll be reading this shit like, this old bitch has gone soft. Like I'm the mean one in our relationship now. I'm trying to do things to soften myself. I went on my first like real holiday by myself earlier this summer. I went to Portugal. Not Spain, because I'm not doing that well yet. It is strange. I feel like I don't need to be this angry anymore. I feel it myself changing in small ways. Though, like I moved to the UK, to South London at first as an immigrant, because I wanted to pursue comedy more seriously. And then earlier this year, I moved to East London because I heard the vibe was pretty chill. I've become an expat. I'm terrible. I've become everything that I hate the most in the world, and it feels delightful. But I still have that anger inside you. I still have that stuff in the basement, and that's a strange feeling to know that this is the most stable and comfortable that my life has ever been. I still feel this way on the inside, like, no, I'm doing all right. I got a little money now. It didn't solve all my problems. Those assholes are right. I'm not gonna lie. It does solve most of them. It doesn't make life worth living, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier to deal with. Like almost every day, I'll walk up to the edge of my balcony and think about jumping off. And then I'll realize, like, I got a balcony. That shit worked out all right.